Hey guys, Joey Image here with another edition of That Image Guy podcast. This is episode number 49. I had to write it down because I don't remember. I already failed. If you listen to my last podcast, you know that I did the whole goals for 2017 thing. I already failed that. I think that was January 2nd I recorded that. My goal was to do at least one episode of this show every week. And that was the second. Today I think is the 22nd or the 21st. Hold on a minute. Let me check the trusty Steve Jobs machine. January 22nd. So it's been 20 days, which is not the following week. Sorry. Shit happens. Life happens. Whatever. Anyway, I try to not talk wrestling on this show too much because there's 6 million other wrestling podcasts, or 8 million, or, 4 million, some big number divisible by a million. There's that many other wrestling podcasts. And really, it's enough. Like, if you want to know about what happened on Raw the other night, or what happened on SmackDown, or what's going on 205 Live, or even what's going on in the Independents, just go listen to one of those. There's so many other podcasts. That's why I specifically try not to talk wrestling. Today I'm talking wrestling. So these wrestling episodes are very few and far between, so it's okay once in a while. So I'm going to get right into it. 2 companies I want to talk about, 2 shows I want to talk about, and then I'll be out of your hair. Also, as I said last episode, I almost said last week, but again, that's not true. Also, as I said last episode, I try to only do, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe at the most, which usually never works out in my favor. I always end up, like right now, babbling and babbling and babbling. So I'm going to try to do about 20 minutes. 2 shows, as I said, the last 2 Saturdays. Yesterday, the 21st, I was at Pro Wrestling Magic in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. I will talk about that briefly coming up. And the week before that, which I don't know the date, 14th, sorry, I was in Old Forge, Pennsylvania, the brand new GSW Arena Grand Slam Wrestling. As you guys know, my favorite promotion ever that I've worked for, my favorite promotion ever in general. A company that I'm exceptionally close with. At one point, I was a staffer there, but I gave that up sort of when I left in 2005 after my last match. I took about 18, well, not about, I actually took 18 months off. And they run shows every month, so I missed 18 shows. It's kind of a lot when you're there every single show since 2007, minus the one show where I had surgery. But anyway, they are, let's get right into it then. I'll go right to GSW. So GSW ran in I almost said music, the Music Youth Center in Music, Pennsylvania for the last couple years, I believe 3 years. It was a great venue, great fans, a lot of great crowds there, a lot of great things happened in that building. And it was time to move on. We've now got our own building, we meaning GSW as a company, of course. We've now got our own venue, the brand new GSW Arena, only 1 mile away from the Music Youth Center. So those fans that are used to going to the Music Youth Center every month can still come. It's not like we're, an hour away or we're like moved to another state or whatever. It's 1 mile. So, hey, stop peeping around out there, jerk off, and recording. So, anyway, sorry, the window's open. It's sweltering hot in this home office here. If you see me sweating, it's because I'm fat and it's hot. Mostly because I'm fat. Anyway, so the new GSW Arena, 1 mile away from the Music Youth Center, so not a big stretch at all. It's walkable. Although last weekend there was a blizzard almost. Anyway, so we are it's a work in progress, I guess is what you would call it. So right now everything is set up kind of, I don't know what the word is, like in the interim, I guess. So it's set up temporarily. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of painting that's going to happen and some wiring hookups and some wall building and all kinds of stuff is going to happen there. And it's going to look really, really badass when it's done. And I absolutely know the fans will love it. The fans will be proud of it, as will the employees, staff, workers, whatever you want to call them. I know a lot of the plans going forward. I will say nothing about those because it's not yet for public consumption. Just know that it will be awesome and you can trust me. This is not a company that I take lightly. This is a company and a love and a friendship that I take very, very seriously, in a relationship with the company, with the staff, with everyone that wrestles there. I take that very seriously. So if I tell you something is going to happen or something's going to look great down the road once the arena is done and all the painting and all that stuff is finished, you can trust in the fact that it will look great. You can't trust Phil Stamper because he's a bald prick. But that's, another story for another day. As is Kevin Graham. He's a jerk off too. By the way, those guys are really tough picking on me, who is a guy that's still has a broken neck. I never got my surgery after I broke my neck. I got spinal surgery when I broke that, but I never got the neck surgery. So, as far as I know, it's still broken. I mean, it's obviously healed on its own as much as it can on its own. I never got the surgery, so whatever. It's okay now. I mean, it still hurts daily, but not to the point where, not like it did, put it that way. There's still days where I turn my head and I stop like here and I can't go any further because whatever's going on, and I can feel like the bone on bone rubbing, and it's weird. It's like if you pick up two rocks outside and rub them together, that's what it feels like. So Kevin Graham is a real tough guy, picking on a guy like that who basically can't defend myself as much as I were able to, 2 or 3 years ago. He had nothing to say to me then. He had nothing negative to say to me then or disrespectful. Now that I can't really do much, he's yapping away. Whatever, guys. Have fun, do what you do, jerk each other off. I don't know what you guys do, but whatever. Anyway, that is another promo, another story for another day, another podcast, not right here. Anyway, so the event, again, was January 14th. We have everything set up for now. It will look so much better in the future. You can see the videos on YouTube. There's already some videos out there. The cybernetic episode from that show should be out this coming week. And check them out. It's I believe it's youtube.com/GS Wrestling or GS Wrestling PA. Facebook.com/GS Wrestling PA. I know that one. I will link it in the video description below because this will be going on YouTube. Next event there at the new arena is, hold on, I've got this written down. February 11th. February 11th. Every second Saturday. So even if you don't remember the actual number date, it's every second Saturday of every month. I say every second Saturday of every month as if there's more than one second Saturday in a month. It's every second Saturday, every single month in Old Forge, PA. And let me give you actually the address of the new arena. It's 1 Maxson Drive, Maxson, Maxson Drive, Old Forge, 1 mile from the youth center. Come check it out. I mean, if I had Sean Mooney here to do this, I would absolutely have him do it because I am butchering the shit out of this ad promo right now, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, come and check it out. We got some of the best talent, up and coming and established talent from the independents. God, what did we have in the last show? Obviously, Brute Van Slyke, he is a staple at our company. He's a mainstay there. He's one of our top guys. Stevie Shields was there, who I actually saw last night at Pro Wrestling Magic. Very happy to see him. Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, Fire Ant, everyone, Mike Vaughn, GSW champion, Jay Freddy, Danger Jameson, everybody that you expect to see on the past shows, or you have seen on the past shows, you will see going forward. We're always adding new guys and bringing in new stars. So keep an eye out for that. Again, Facebook.com is probably the best place to go, /GS Wrestling PA. You know what? You can check them out on Twitter too, @GS Wrestling. Or, yeah, GS Wrestling. So that's enough about Grand Slam. It's almost hitting 10 minutes here, and as I said, I want to do about 20. So I figured 10 minutes for one show / company, 10 for the other. I can get out of here, leave you all alone, and we're good to go. So, second show I want to talk about. Last night, Pro Wrestling Magic. This company is new to me. Not new to the world of wrestling. They've been around for, I think, maybe a little over a year now, year and a half. When this company first started, they had spoken to me about maybe doing commentary. Excuse me. Couldn't make it the first, I think, 3 events. I had prior commitments with GSW. And after that, I just told them, look, I'll let you know when I'm good, and maybe we can work something out. And I never got back to them because I was always booked on either the same day, or I had something else going on, even non-wrestling related. For whatever reason, I wasn't able to make it. So after, not making 4 or 5 of their shows, I figured, by now they're probably no longer interested in me, so whatever. So I went last night for the first show. I spoke to their owner, Anthony, a couple days before. Yesterday was Saturday, so I spoke to him, I think, Wednesday and Thursday, and asked, hey, I want to come down and check out the show. Is that cool with you? He said, absolutely. Excuse me again. Throat's a little bit dry. So he said, absolutely, come on down, check it out. You're on the guest list. Just walk in, give your name. So I walked in. The guy at the door knew who I was already. He said, oh, hey, Joe, go on in. You're good to go. So went in, hung out. First of all, I got to thank Anthony and I got to thank Pro Wrestling Magic for allowing me to come into their home, their arena. Amazing show from top to bottom, just absolutely tremendous. Again, I want to thank those guys. I was offered, I don't do this really unless I'm booked in the show, but I was offered, or was told, you're allowed in the locker room, so if you want to go say hello to people, go for it. You know, no problem there or whatever. But I really don't do that unless I'm booked, so I didn't go in the locker room. I did go to the men's room, which was right next to the locker room, and a couple people actually came out and said hello to me. But I didn't feel comfortable going in there because I wasn't booked. Again, even though I was offered or allowed or whatever, or given free reign to go in there, to me, I feel like it's the professional thing to do to not do that, not go in the locker room if you're not booked. If you're asked, obviously, hey, can you come downstairs? Someone wants to talk to you. Even if it's like, hey, Bill Jones wants to say hello. Okay, fine, I'll go see him, whatever. But to me, it's just professional to not do that if you're not booked. So I didn't. Oh, man, my throat today. I'm not even going to edit that out. I'll just leave it in. So, hung out. I didn't even, we were offered, it was me and I was with 3 other people. So there were 4 seats set aside for us. I didn't even take them. I was sitting all day. I was playing Warcraft all day. I was sitting for the drive there. Had to drive pick up a couple friends of mine. So I was like, nah, dude, I'll stand. I'm good. I've been sitting all day. So I had a blast. I'm not going to give any results because I'd rather, as opposed to people hearing results here and then not looking at their website or not going to their Facebook, I'd rather you just do that. Like, go to their Facebook, go to their Twitter, is @WrestlingMagic. Get your results from them, not from me. I'm not their spokesperson or whatever, so I don't want to take away any views or clicks or hits that they might get from people interested in that information. So go check it out. But I can tell you this, every match was amazing. Every single guy and girl on that card put in 130%. It was just 150% even. 156%. All right, how about that? It was awesome. Ace Romero and Homicide, they had a hell of a brawl. The only thing I will say was that there was one spot I'd never seen before, and I've been wrestling over 15, 16 years now. Ace Romero tried to throw Homicide out a window, which was hilarious. Like, he got him on the floor. He was out for a couple seconds. Ace Romero got up, opened up the window, and then tried to throw Homicide out the window. It was hilarious, man. I've never seen something like that before. So funny. Actually, I saw Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, but it wasn't the same. That window wasn't open until Marty's head put a hole in it. What else do we have? I got the whole card in front of me. Everett Cross versus Sean Maluta versus Leo Rush versus Piggy Sanchez. Another awesome match. 4 guys that can just rip it up in there, and all of them did. Leo Rush is just, excuse my language, he's fucking tremendous. I mean, he's a fucking natural. There's absolutely nothing stopping this dude. He is fucking badass, man. He fucking tore it up in there. Had a hell of a promo afterwards. Really, really good stuff. If you haven't seen Leo Rush yet, check him out. He's in Ring of Honor right now doing really, really good stuff over there. So check him out on their TV show, their iPay-per-views, whatever. Or actually, they're doing regular pay-per-view. So check him out. And I think the Twitter is @It'sLeoRush. Fucking amazing talent. Everett Cross, another guy that I like. I've known him for a couple years now. Met him through Ace Wrestling and saw him last night. Actually got to talk to him before the show. Real cool. He stopped me. He actually yelled to me across the street when I was walking into the building. But yeah, another real good dude. A hell of a worker. Got a drivers, man. And I'm not talking Uber drivers. What else? Pinky Sanchez, who I love and known Pinky for years now, actually. One of my favorite wrestlers, one of my favorite people. He's just fucking hilarious. Funny all the time. Got to say hello to him briefly during the show, but got to talk to him afterwards as I was leaving. Real good guy. I love Pinky Sanchez. He's a good dude. Always funny, always on top of his game. A lot of fucking great stuff from him, too. And Sean Maluta, who I never met, didn't get a chance to meet last night. He was from WWE's Cruiserweight Classic tournament. Another hell of a worker, another hell of a wrestler. His timing was on point. Everything was great. Just real good stuff overall. So check out that match. Actually, check out this whole event if you get a chance, but check out that match especially. What else? They had Sonya Strong versus Thunder Rosa. Never met Sonya Strong, didn't get a chance to meet her last night, but loved her work. Thunder Rosa, I didn't get to meet either, although I wanted to. She's from Lucha Underground. Didn't get a chance to meet her last night. Every time I kind of had 2 minutes to go talk to her, she was super busy with fans, with autographs, taking pictures, packing up her stuff to leave the other night. Like, I just didn't want to bother her, so I didn't say nothing. Although we do follow each other on Twitter, which I didn't know she followed me. Apparently she followed me a while ago. I never really realized it, so I followed her back last night. But yeah, check her out. She was awesome too. And she was real good with working, interacting with the crowd. Sonya Strong, a little bit quiet with the crowd, but they were behind her, man. It was awesome. But Thunder Rosa was nice and loud and what's a good word for like a boisterous? I don't think I've ever used that word in my life. I might not even be using that word right. Anyway, you get the point, bro. Jordynne Grace versus Holidead. Never met either one of them before. Met Holidead in the hallway, which was weird because I tweeted something about her, like, hey, her match kicked ass or whatever, and she responded back, thank you so much, good to, I don't know, something like, I don't know what it said, thank you so much, something like that, with a bunch of emojis after it. And someone responded to that saying, hey, she's awesome, you know, I met her whatever show and blah, blah, blah. So I responded saying, hey, I hope to get a chance to meet her. And then as I tweeted that, put my phone back in my pocket, told my buddy Dave, I'm going to run to the men's room. Went to the men's room, came back up the stairs to go to the arena, and here comes Holidead walking down the stairs in the opposite direction. I'm like, oh, holy shit, I'm Joey Image. We just tweeted. She's like, yes, great to meet you, blah, blah, blah. So that was really cool and super coincidental. Also, again, as I said, she wrestled Jordynne Grace, who I didn't get to meet, but I have heard of. She also follows me on Twitter, but we never met before or never really spoken all that much before. So I followed her back last night, and hopefully I will see her more in the future. She was awesome as well. Connor Claxton versus Magic. Man, I've known Magic for so long. I love that dude, man. He is so good to just people, man. Like, he's a credit to the human race, put it that way. He's just a good person, man. It's real hard to find that, especially sometimes in the wrestling locker room. But Magic is just one of the best dudes you'll see on the independents, as far as skill and as far as just personality. He's just a good guy, man. He's just a good guy. Kind of guy you definitely want in any locker room. I haven't seen him in a real long time. Connor Claxton I'd never seen before, never heard of him before. I saw this poster, which kind of maybe makes me seem out of touch a little bit, but again, my head's been in Pennsylvania independence for a long time now. Haven't done a lot of stuff in New Jersey in a while. So another great match for their title. I'm sorry, not for their title actually, for BWO's title, which is a company I worked for many times in the past. Richie Rotten's BWO. What else? I forget what else there was. I just have what I remembered here. Got to see EC Negro. Got to see Mike Donovan. Got to see Stevie Shields, as I mentioned earlier. Got to see Danger Jameson. 4 dudes I think are awesome. I respect the hell out of. I'm a huge EC Negro fan. I mean, a huge EC Negro fan. I've known him for a long time. He's always been, every time I see him, I get a big hug, hello, big smile, big handshake. How are you, buddy? How you doing? He's just a guy that has always made me feel like I'm at home. Even when I'm like last night, like I said, this was a company I'd never been to before, never seen their shows. He made me feel like, I've been there for years, and he just, I don't know what the word is or what I'm trying to explain, but he just made me feel like I belonged, and it was awesome. And I see him all the time, and I love EC Nergo, one of the best workers. I'm glad he came out of retirement too, by the way, because he kind of stopped wrestling for a while there, and maybe about a year or two, I think. Might not have even been that long. But he stopped for a while and then decided to come back, and I think it's awesome he came back, and he's great. Mike Donovan, another guy that I love watching, another super athlete, hell of a talent. Know him from Ace as well. Haven't seen him in a while. As I mentioned earlier, I saw Stevie Shields last night, which I didn't even know he was supposed to be on the show, and he didn't either. He kind of drove up there with Danger Jameson, and they had a spot, and he said, hey, man, I'll take it. And they gave him a shot, and I think he delivered and beyond delivered. He hopefully will be back in Pro Wrestling Magic in the future. A guy I just mentioned, Danger Jameson, another awesome talent, another guy that I like watching. Saw him. He is a GSW guy, so we saw him last weekend as well as yesterday. Same thing with Stevie Shields. So two real good dudes there. Guys, check out Pro Wrestling Magic on Twitter at Wrestling Magic. Hashtag PWM Pro Wrestling Magic. Or hashtag, I tried to get this hashtag over last night because the crowd kept chanting, "This is Magic." So I kept trying to hashtag "This is Magic" on Twitter. Nobody really followed through with it, but I did it all the time, so I don't care. If I'm the only one doing it, I'm the only one doing it. Whatever. But it felt like it made sense to use that hashtag on their Twitter because all the fans are chanting it. So it kind of made sense to me. I don't know. Like, that's what they're already saying. Might as well try to get it over. So I tried to get it over. So for Pro Wrestling Magic, again, hashtag "This is Magic," hashtag PWM, at Wrestling Magic on Twitter. GSW is hashtag GSW Live or hashtag every second Saturday. I've been doing every second Saturday with the number 2, so every 2ND Saturday because Twitter's only 140 characters, so, 2ND is a lot. It's 3 less characters you're saving, so you got to think of stuff like that when you're trying to tweet things for marketing or for advertising or whatever. So let me see. Who else was at the Pro Wrestling Magic show? Matt Sells. Aaron Bradley was there, actually. I saw him, another guy that I haven't seen in a long time. He was like, "Hey, how are you, man? Haven't seen you in a while, blah, blah." Amazing Graysons, which is the Pro Wrestling Magic Tag Champs. Got to see them after the show also. Ricky Martinez is their champion, who I've never met before. He seemed cool. Again, I didn't get to meet him last night, but he's got a great look. He's got a great body, great worker. So I see a lot of their guys going far, and a lot of their guys and a lot of their events is definitely something to like keep your eye on because I feel like this company is going to have a big name pretty soon. Within the next year and a half, you're going to be hearing a lot more about Grand Slam Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Magic. But anyway, I'm going to try to cut this short. But my last final words about Pro Wrestling Magic, I want to thank them again for letting me come into their not their locker room. I almost said their locker room. Let me come into their home arena, their home venue, and hang out for a couple of hours, watch their kick-ass show. They invited me back February 18th for their next event, again in Ridgefield Park at 106 Bergen Ave at the Knights of Columbus building. I saw Chris Callahan last night. How did I forget that? And Tommy Face and Ricky Landell. I haven't seen those 3 guys in, 4 or 5 years, I think. So it was awesome to see. Chris Callahan came right up to me. "Hey, buddy, how you been?" And I'm like, "Whoa, holy crap, I didn't even recognize him." But it was really cool to see him, man. Him, again, Ricky Landell. Excuse me again, man, my throat, man. I don't know. My throat's killing me. I'm at some water after this. Chris Callahan, Ricky Landell, Tommy Face, 3 good dudes. They are running... at least Tommy and Ricky are running Charity Pro Wrestling also here in Jersey. If you get a chance to check them out, they do a lot of shows, and every single one is for a good cause. All the proceeds go to charity, so check them out. They're doing a lot of good things. They're going on 3 years, I believe. But I'll link that stuff down below. Again, this is going on YouTube, so I'll link it in the video description. So let me leave you guys with that. Thank you to Pro Wrestling Magic. Thank you to Grand Slam Wrestling. Thank you everyone watching this or listening to this or subscribing to this. Please check me out on Facebook, facebook.com/RealJoeyImage. Please follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/JoeyImage or at JoeyImage on Twitter. ProWrestlingTees.com/JoeyImage. Please buy a shirt. I do have a wedding to save up for. There's 9 different shirt designs on there. There's something for everybody. So please check it out. They're only $20. I try not to plug the website too much for t-shirts because I feel like I'm begging for money, but I'm really not. It's just a cool thing to do. If you want to support me, if you give a crap enough to throw $20 my way, actually, you're not throwing it to me. I don't get all of it, but you're throwing it to Pro Wrestling Tees, and it's worth it. It's very, very worth it. ProWrestlingTees.com/JoeyImage. YouTube.com/JoeyImage. Check me out on all those social platforms. Oh, Instagram.com/JoeyImage too. I don't know. I do Instagram a couple times a week. I don't really read like most of the comments or the likes or whatever. I don't really look at other people's stuff on there. I kind of just do my own thing. I'm boring on Instagram. Whatever. I don't do Snapchat because I really don't care about it. It's super irrelevant to me. I could do those live videos just on Facebook like this or on Instagram. I guess you could do live stuff now too also. I haven't played around with it. Anyway, at Wrestling Magic, at GS Wrestling, at Joey Image. Check them all out. Thank you all for hanging out with me today, and thank you for listening, watching, subscribing. Please hit me up on all forms of social media. Talk to you soon.